Welcome to tooltutorial.com. This photo is captured in RAW format. You have all controls for post-processing in this format. Just drag file in Photoshop. Camera Raw will open with preview of your photo. Like normal Photoshop, you have a zoom tool to zoom in and out. And hand tool to move the image frame. Now I'm cropping image to get the desired composition. I want to tilt image. For that, I will use straighten tool. For that, click and drag line along the part of image that should be horizontal. Press enter. Here image is straightened. Now come to options which are as under. Firstly, white balance. Unlike JPEG, you have to set white balance during post-processing only. We have some presets like auto, shade, daylight, etc. To have some different white balance settings, set in custom by temperature and tint. After setting white balance, there are some color correction methods. I preferably press auto to get some idea of settings. After that, play with all settings like exposure, contrast, white and black amount to have my desired output. To show the hidden details of image, increase clarity. Use it carefully as it sometimes creates some unwanted textures, mainly in portraits. Use vibrance and saturation to hold overall intensity of colors in image. Tonal curve. Just like curve adjustment, insert points on this diagonal line and set them to have proper contrast. Ideal situation is always S-curve. There are some presets like medium and strong contrast. Noise reduction. Here you have some techniques to reduce noise. Play with them carefully as it can result in loss of details in image. It is never recommended on high ISO photographs. Hue, saturation or grayscale. In this section, you can convert your image in grayscale. You can set black and white values for each color individually. By this, you have a great flexibility to use grayscale and have a desired black and white effect. After that, you have hue, in which you can set range of each color individually. It can be used in many ways. Saturation is intensity of colors as same as other settings. Here also you have flexibility to get saturation for each color channel. Luminance, you can set darkness and whiteness of particular colors you want. Split toning. In this, you can set hue and saturation of shadows and highlights. Shadows are the darker blackish part of image and highlights are bright parts of image. Lens correction. To correct distortion in images, just select auto and lens used by you and Photoshop will do the rest. Below, there is distortion slider by which you can manually correct it. Effects. There are some effects like grain and vignetting. I personally avoid to add grains in my images. Vignetting creates a nice effect of black feathered border. Play with these options to have a desired effect. Next to it, we have camera calibration. In this, you can select camera profile during post-processing, like portrait, standard, landscape, etc. Tint of shadows. By this, you can select dominant color shade of image. Set primary level of red, green and blue and their saturation. Every image has RGB values, so level of each color have its important effect on image. Now open image. It will normally open in Photoshop. You can use any editing or retouching tool on it. You can also export it as JPEG or any other formats to upload or print it. Hopefully you get help from this tutorial. Thanks for visiting tooltutorial.com.